Mario Kart!
You said it, Mario. Welcome everyone to Mario Kart 64, the second installment in the Mario Kart series, released in 1996. Same year as Mario 64, actually. On, guess what? Yeah, that's right, the Nintendo 64. Who would have thought that? The first Mario Kart that actually made use of 3D technology, and yet the actual races themselves are still 2D sprites. I guess some technical limitations were still in place. Now, I'm not actually going to start this game up immediately. There is one thing that I forgot to show last time in Super Mario Kart. A tiny little detail that I think more people in the world deserve to know. So I'm gonna show you guys that right now, and then we will get right back to it. I almost would have forgotten to show this last time, but there is a special kind of button input, a special code, if you want to say that you can put in, and it'll change your characters. What you need to do is hover over the character that you want to select, and then press both Y and A at the same time, and this will happen. And there you go, your character is now small, and you can do this with any character that you want, and they will basically always be small, kind of like how when you turn small when you run into the poison mushroom, except that you will now be small permanently. And you can do this with any character that you want, and you can also revert back to your normal state by doing the exact same code. So Y and A at the same time, and you will grow back to normal. So just in case, I'm gonna select small Yoshi. You can maybe even use this code to surprise your friends if you play this with them. You can be like, which character shall I pick? I think I'll go with Small Koopa. And they'll be like, what the hell do you mean Small Koopa? So yeah, just to show, all the other characters are big and I'm just really small. And here we go. And even the engine of your cart now sounds super small. And it adds a bit of challenge because you will now always get squished whenever you collide with other racers. It basically makes the game impossible. I won't even lie, I don't think anyone's actually going to like this. But it's still a neat little detail that they put in, so yeah. Have fun and knock yourselves out with that. Now, let's continue on with Mario Kart 64, shall we? Alright, and we are back. Now, let's actually get started. First things first, you'll probably notice this game has a lot more multiplayer options. I mean, you had more than just 2 controller ports on the N64 after all. This game supported up to 4 players, which at the time was pretty impressive. Even though you couldn't race together, you could only do versus races and battles, while you could still actually do a Mario Grand Prix with up to 2 players. But hey, we'll take what we can get, right? Obviously, I'm playing this game by myself, so we're gonna be doing a 1-player game, Mario Grand Prix.
Mario Grand Prix!
And this time, I'm not going to be doing 50 or 100cc. We're gonna be doing this the right way. 150cc. Okay?
Okay.
I love Mario's voice.
Select your player.
Alright, so once again, we have 4 cups, which means we will only be able to showcase 4 of the total 8 characters. And we already had Mario, Luigi, what was the third character that I chose? Oh, yeah, that's right, I was only able to showcase 3 characters actually. So we had Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Which means this time we're gonna go with... We're gonna start with Mario again.
Let's go. Okay.
Just because I think that makes the most sense. And as always, Mario will be doing the Mushroom Cup. Starting things off with Luigi Raceway, Moo Moo Farm, Koopa Troopa Beach, and Kalimari Desert. Let's go! Now, there are still a few things that I actually need to learn about this game. It's not my favorite Mario Kart, so it's not my primary. I don't know the timing for the turbo start with this one, so I hope I can get back to using that one eventually. But yeah, a few things to say about this game. First of all, obviously, you can tell that now, for the first time, the courses actually have hills and drops and stuff because, 3D technology. Isn't it impressive? You can now also hold items behind you. This is the game that introduced that, and they are also 2D sprites. The only things that are really 3D in this game are the item boxes and the tracks themselves. There's still a lot of 2D images being used and stuff, but still impressive for the time. The AI for the computers is interesting this one because they rubber band like crazy. There's one thing that Mario Kart 64 is known for. It's the rubber banding of the computers. Trust me, it gets pretty bad. Like here for example, I'm literally going the fastest I can possibly go, yet Yoshi is probably going to be taking me over. Anyways, so yeah, you get to hold items behind you for the first time. We also have an introduction of new items like the triple bananas, the triple green and red shells. The blue shell makes its first appearance without wings too. Like here for example, triple red shells. And in fact, the triple bananas are not just triple, I think you actually get 5 bananas. Which is pretty crazy. You basically have infinite protection at that point, but you don't get them all too often. And apparently you can pull mushrooms in first place. That is crazy. I don't remember that. We also kinda sort of get like the turbo boost from drifting, but I think it's a little hard to get here in this first stage. Basically, once you start drifting, the word Wii will start appearing behind your vehicle. Like you can see how there's a lot of letters and like boing. Mamma mia! I think I'm about to get second actually. Yep, we got second. Yippee is one way to put it, I guess. I will say this, 2 is my favorite number, so I enjoy second place. And I do think the jingle that plays when you get second place is better than the jingle that plays when you get first in this game. That's just my personal opinion though. And like always, you have to get first, second, third, or fourth. Anything below that will rank you out. So that's still in here, you still need to perform well. But I think it's much more manageable in this game. The controls are also still a bit off, but a little easier to get used to at least. In total, there's definitely a lot of people out there that really like Mario Kart 64. Also, as you've noticed, the item boxes are now actual boxes that respawn. They are no longer panels that are on the ground and, you know, that are basically a one-time use only. You can use them as many times as you want. And as you can see here, the golden mushroom is also introduced here. And you can use it so much, and your character basically goes crazy with his 2 voice lines. Yeah, every character basically only gets like, maybe like 5 voice lines. So you'll be hearing all of the same ones a lot. That's okay. At least they really do their best at this point. Mario really sounds like he's in pain there. And once again, triple red shells in second. I don't know, I feel like the items in this game are just a little bit crazy. Like, I don't think it's really fair to be getting triple red shells in second place. And I just got it again. Alright, Peach, I guess you're going to be bombarded. Also, the red shells in this game, as much as you get them, they are not that useful. I mean, look at Peach, look at how far she is right now. We are not going to be catching up to her. I don't know, something about that second place jingle is just so good to me. I really enjoy it. Well, anyways, we got second again. Which in this case though isn't too bad because it actually puts us in first. Yoshi got second last time, now he got fourth. Don't know how that happened, which means we are now in first place with 12 points. We're not getting a perfect score, but that actually doesn't matter because for those who are wondering, the star rankings, which, you know, determine how well you did in the races and stuff, and I'll also show you at the end of the Grand Prix when you get your trophy, those were not introduced until Super Circuit, and were even shortly removed in Double Dash, only to later come back and fully stay with Mario Kart DS. So in this game, it doesn't really matter how well you play, so long as you get the gold trophy in every single cup, you have 100% it. Which is exactly why I'm like not immediately restarting once I get like second place, for example. Because at least with the other games, or at least with those where I think it's possible, I do want to make sure to get as many good rankings as I possibly can. I'm not gonna restart with those either, but I'm definitely gonna try to get at least a 1, 2, and if I can, maybe even a 3-star rank. Definitely with like Mario Kart Wii specifically. But that one's gonna be played online anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Mario Kart DS and Super Circuit have very interesting star rating systems, to say the least. Alright, Pichu, right in front of me. A light thing? Are you kidding me? I got a shock in second place. That is shocking. No pun intended. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad right now. Damn. I am really not doing good here. How the hell did I just spin out? That one is definitely a fake item box. In this game you can tell because the question marks are actually reverted. Oh yeah, and I forgot. That's one very interesting thing about this game. The L button actually turns the music off. Yep, there is an entire button here that you can use to turn the music off or make it like, you know, or make the sound sounds. It's interesting. Future Mario games did not bring this back, and I think I am about to get this, which means I'm going to restart. Yep. So now we basically get to see for the first time what it looks like when you don't get into the top quarter. A sad music starts playing, and you get the option to either retry or quit the Grand Prix altogether. I don't think the lives came back, but I'm not sure. It could also be that they're just not showing you. But as far as I can see, lives are no longer here. So basically, you can retry a course as many times as you want, and you will not get a game over. So that's at least nice. But then again, if you can retry the course as many times as you want, then what is the point of having a ranked out system anyway? I don't know, I don't quite get it. I'm not gonna try to wrap my head around it. It was Nintendo, they make the decisions. I'm just here to enjoy it. Gotta be careful not to bump into the palm trees as much this time, because at least in this game, and this course specifically, oh yeah. Those palm trees will slow you down so much. Like you can see, it literally bounces you back and then makes you lose complete control of your vehicle. In general, getting hit by an item in this game, especially in 150cc where the computers are incredibly fast, it's not good. This music right here, Koopa Beach from the N64, has such a nice song. Like, if I ever go to a beach and I really want to just lay down and enjoy my time, this is definitely one of the tracks that I would put on. Also interestingly, we have these ramps which look like they are boost panels, but they're not. You just drive on them normally. They don't give you a speed boost or anything, and there is still no trick system, which means if you go off of a ramp, it doesn't matter what exactly you do, you'll just jump right off and you won't get a mini turbo out of it. That was introduced much later. And unfortunately, during all the games that I'm going to be playing here in the series, we will not get to see the trick system until we actually reach the end. That being Mario Kart Wii. That's the game that introduced the trick system and actually gave all of the ramps an actual use. Aside from just being there. Oh, if we get first, that would be so cool. And we do!
I got it!
Well, I call that the comeback of the century. From 5th to 1st. Quite a change. And also my first time actually getting first. Which means we are now at 21 points, Yoshi's at 16, Luigi's at 9, and Toad is at 1. Oh, DK also has 1 point. Good on him, considering this is his first time actually appearing in a Mario Kart game. DK Jr. was there in the first, and, well, now it's always gonna be Donkey Kong himself. And his rare design, by the way. For all those who are now about to get used to DK's new design that he's using in Bonanza and Mario Kart World. This is how he's supposed to look. Just letting you guys know, I definitely, by far, prefer DK's rare design. The one that he has in these games. And further. It's a lot better. However, DK Bonanza is a very good and amazing game. It's just his design that I don't like. game itself, a really good masterpiece. Oh my goodness. That is not fair. They have stars. They can just go through the train while I'm forced to wait here. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get some red shells. Speaking of red shells, Peach, how about you eat this? Oh yeah, and Toad, you might have just heard his voice. He sounds very different in this game. In fact, quite a few characters in this game sound a lot different. Peach doesn't exactly sound like she does nowadays. And Toad is just so off. He just straight up screams when he gets hit by an item. In fact, I think I'll be going as Toad next. In fact, you know what? I probably should have gone with Toad for the mushroom. Actually, his head is a mushroom. But, oh well. There, that's Peach's voice. It is very different. And Wario, you know what? Wario actually sounds kind of okay in this, I would say. He's just a little high pitched. He's not the Wario. He's more like that. Very interesting. And as you can see right here, Peach and Toad both just keep getting in front of me, even though I keep hitting them with red shells. And that's just the rubber banding that I've been talking about. Really kicking in here. And the first two places are just absolutely impossible at this point for me to catch up to. I gotta break. That was freaking close. However, we are now in fourth. And we're gonna have to break again. Yeah, this is not looking good. First is definitely out of reach. Second is probably also out of reach. I don't think these red shells are going to be smart enough to hit third place. Except maybe they will. Yep, there he goes. Okay. And now to boost. Okay, I'll take third. Luigi and Wario got first and second, and as far as I know, they weren't doing too good before, so that shouldn't be too big of a matter. Peach and Yoshi didn't get that good of a placement here. Yep, 24 points. Alright, we are very close to finishing the Mushroom Cup with first place. We just gotta make sure we don't completely screw up here. Wait, never mind, I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought there would be another race. We're finished, actually. That was it. I think I got too used to every track having, to every cup having 5 races. And here it is, the award ceremony, which takes place at Peach's Castle from Super Mario 64. What a nice little reference. And you can see in the back, Peach got 4th place, and she's also kind of shown here. Just in the back, doing the walk of shame. Here we go, Mario in first, Luigi, his brother in second, and Yoshi in third. Hey, those are the exact same races that I used in Super Mario Kart. Here they are again. I think in the same order too. I like that, that's a neat coincidence. And there it is, our gold trophy. Now Mario himself will say, congratulations!
Congratulations! Hee I got it!
Hee I got it! You indeed did. You are awarded the gold cup. And there we go. That is the Mushroom Cup already complete.
Mario Grand Prix! Select your player!
Alright, now the question is what character we will go with next. Because I'm not sure if Toad makes much sense for the Flower Cup. I'm going to say... because we already used Mario and Luigi and Yoshi. I mean, I'm going to use Yoshi anyway because he's my favorite. But I think, yeah, we're going to go with Toad. Yeah, he sounds extremely different. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually it makes a lot of sense because the Flower Cup has Toad's Turnpike. That's his course. Okay. And speaking of Toad's Turnpike, I think this track is about to absolutely kick my bottom. Because those of you who have played the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version of this track, trust me, you don't know this track. You think you know it, but trust me, you really don't. You don't know this track the way that the N64 players do. This track is ruthless, and picking 150cc might have also been a big mistake here. A lightning already? We're barely like 20 seconds into the race. My God. Oh yeah, and apparently you can't use mushrooms on this. That's an interesting change. Anyways, Here we go! If you run into any of these cars on the road, or trucks, you can basically kiss the race goodbye. You are not going to get any good placements here. And of course the CPUs can drive around this track absolutely perfectly, so it's over. You gotta be extremely careful here. And trust me, there will be very tight spots where it's gonna be extremely hard to not accidentally get knocked into them. Well, we already know that it should be fun. Oh, Peach just used the ghost. The blue item. And I still somehow managed to hit her. Damn. Anyways, we already know from past experiences that it would be okay if we just get a second or third or fourth here. The CPUs generally don't seem to do all too consistently. It's not like if Peach gets first once, she's gonna keep getting second, third, or first. It's possible that she might just get fourth in the next one. So, for now we're in second, and I'll gladly take that. Just gotta make sure not to get hit here. The music at least is very nice. It really gives off that midnight drive feeling. And yes, Toad's Turnpike is shaped like an 8. Gee, I wonder why they chose to bring this track back in Mario Kart 8. Although then again, they could have also used Figure 8 Circuit from DS, but that doesn't matter. That's a game that we'll be getting to in the near future. Ooh. Oh, hold on. The fast version in lap 3 actually hits different. Oh, this is good. Oh, that was close. Again, 3 mushrooms in second place. Sure, I'll take it. Yahoo! Oh no, Peach. I'm getting second here and not you. I'm gonna overtake you in the last second! Or maybe I'll get fourth actually if I don't pull something good here. What? Okay, shock. That's shocking. You know what's also shocking? The fact that I actually did get second. Well, that was a very cool race, I gotta say. I also did not bump into any cars at all during that whole thing. I like that. Maybe I'm just goated in this game. Maybe I just got the skills. Okay, I'll just stop there. I'm probably gonna pay for saying that now. In Frappe Snowland. I still don't know how the... Fuck, I forgot the name for it. I still don't know what the timing for the turbo start is. I have no idea, but one day I'll figure it out and I'll get that turbo start, don't you worry. It's definitely different from how it works in like in Wii 8 and 8 Deluxe and stuff. That's okay, I'll figure it out eventually. During the first couple of Mario Kart games, the timing for that is always different. Like I know how in Double Dash, you basically just start pressing the A button at like the moment the race starts to get a turbo boost. But in this game it's slightly different, and then from DS and forward it kind of found its footing, where you just press it like shortly after the 2 appears. So 3, 2, 1, and that's when you press it. So yeah. No idea how it works in this game, but maybe I'll figure it out. I have a couple cups left to do so. Ooh, these snowmen here are such a big issue. Yep, they are a very big issue for me. They are a very big issue for me specifically. I love this. I love when their voice just go crazy like this. Oh god! Well, looks like I'm not gonna be in second place anymore. Alright, I better pull something good here. Maybe another shock, perhaps? That'd be nice. I did pull a shock, but I also gotta do another one of these freaking snowmen. These things are an absolute menace to society. At least in my book. Jesus, they are good with their placements here. Oh, star! First time! Okay, let's use this well. shortcuts here. That lasts for a lot longer than it does in all the games nowadays. I'm not sure if I'm okay with... Oh, I get third, never mind. I'm okay with third. I was just about to say, I'm not sure if I'm okay with getting fourth, but actually third is okay. I think, anyway. I'm not sure how the others are doing. Did not keep track of that last time. Let's take a look here. Actually, wait. Wario has 18 points. He is far ahead of me. I'm not sure if it's gonna be impossible for me to get a gold trophy in this one. What? I got a good start. Not a perfect one, but I got a good one. And yet, because I bumped into Wario, I got literally the worst start. Okay, this game's physics are really wonky. Anyways, coming through. Wario, I'm gonna need you to really mess up here. So I'd like to ride into you. I'd like to really drive into you, but I couldn't. Okay, second. It's okay, I have no idea who's in first. Oh, it's DK. That should be fine, so long as we can prevent Wario from getting first. Anyway. He seems to be in fifth right now. That is very welcome. Please stay there, Wario, for the entire rest of the race, if you can. Please. Anyways, here we are in Choco Mountain. And much like Choco Island on the Super Nintendo, this is supposed to be chocolate apparently, but it really does look more like mud. But at least this time it's like a lot more darker blonde, I would say. So at least with this one, I guess I can see why they would call it chocolate. That almost hit me, Jesus. These weird like chocolate balls, I guess is what they're supposed to be. Keep falling. Keep trying to get me. Okay, first place with Toad. Oh yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, what do you guys think of Toad's voice in this game? Do you think it's better than his current one? Or do you think that, like, Toad's current voice fits him better? Or, different question actually, which voice do you think is more annoying? This voice right here, because it's like higher pitched? Or his newer voice? Because I know a lot of people think Toad's voice is annoying. Very annoying. Because, me personally, I do not know. I mean, honestly, I think there's annoying parts to all of them, but I wouldn't entirely know. And looks like we're getting third. And Wario got fifth. I'm not sure how much that gives him. Let's check it out. It gives him 0. Okay, looking at the current ratings, it seems very unlikely that we're gonna get first. Unless Wario gets 5th again, DK gets like 4th, and maybe Peach gets like, I don't know, I think we have to get. It seems very unlikely, that's all I will say. Anyways, here we are on Mario Raceway. Now this track is one that I really enjoy. Again, I got the same start again. This is just useless. But yeah, I really like this track because this track was remade in Mario Kart Wii, so I've played this track quite a few times. And right off the bat, we pull a shot. Let's use it right here. Okay, this track is a lot harder in its original N64 version compared to Wii. Though that is to be expected, everything in this game is slightly harder. Right, there we go. I find it kind of weird how the game keeps giving me the shock at so many different kind of places. Like, in 4th place, I do not think it's really worth it giving the player a shock there. Oh my god, you can drive over the trees. I did not think that was possible. Alright, we're in 3rd. I don't know, somehow we're gonna have to pull something really good here. To at least get 2nd or 1st, if possible. That is not something good. Oh my god, what the hell was that, Bowser? That was crazy what just happened. bumped me into like a whole other dimension, it felt like. Take this, Bowser. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to restart this course. Yep, absolutely. Literally last. Well, that actually seems pretty good right now. Considering I wasn't doing that good the entire time anyway. I think I'm fine with restarting this one. Alright. Here we go with the second try. Unfortunately, this does mean that we are starting in 8th. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to go for a good start. There we go. Because I already know what is gonna happen if I try that. Sniping people in this game is very hard because most of the time, if you throw something forward, it's not actually going to go straight forward. It'll just quickly go to the off to the side. And I feel like they have problems. I feel like Nintendo had problems programming that in properly because it just does not work. Anyways, Super Mushrooms, let's see what I can do with this here. Oh, Mario, you are going to pay for that. Oh dear goodness. This is not going well for me. And there's the blue shell. This item is relatively rare in this game actually, so you don't really get to see that often, but there we go. At least you guys got to see it once. And I wasn't even the one getting hit by it this time, I was the one using it. Alright, red shell. You shall go right against the wall, because sure, that's gonna help, isn't it? And this track. I feel like this track is making me possibilities. Yep, it is going to do that. Precisely that and nothing else. Can I just restart? Oh no, I can't. I can only continue. There's no option to restart directly. Well, that kinda sucks. Seventh isn't much better. Although it is technically slightly better than 8th, I guess. We got one placement further. Maybe if we keep going like this, we'll get 6th, and then 5th, and eventually maybe we'll make it up there. Let's retry. I think this pretty much confirms that, yeah, this game has infinite retries compared to Super Mario Kart. Because I think I already retried like 3 separate times. Well, except, no, actually, so far I only retried like twice. That one time was in the other time. Nope, not going to work. Again, I drifted for too long and the game punishes me for doing that. I don't know why it does that. Genuinely wish I knew. And I'm really glad that they removed this in future titles. There we go, that was a consecutive... That was a good executed, that was a well executed drift right there. You know what, Luigi, you can actually have first. I would be completely fine with that. Man, I should have been drifting more this entire time. First! Yes! That was so close! Oh, that was the closest call I've ever had. Going from 8th to 7th to 1st! Oh boy. And... oh my god, I actually still ended up getting 1st. Holy cow! I cut it way too close there. But yeah, I guess that is the Flower Cup completed with Toad. And he had a much harder time than Mario. Really had to fight his way up there. But he pulled through in the end, and you know what? Even though his voice can be annoying, I'm proud of him for that. And Peach is once again in 4th place. Man, what is it with her? She keeps getting 4th place every single time. Maybe I should race with her for the next one. Yeah, I think I'll consider that. But for now, let's take a look at that gold trophy, if you would be so kind, Mr. Big Cheep Cheep. Look at that sweet, shiny gold. Very beautiful. Alright, looks like we got our second. Congratulations!
Congratulations! I'm the best!
Okay, that's debatable, Toad. I wouldn't say you're the best, but at least for now, you did pretty good. Alright, I took a short break between the last cup. Now I'm back and ready to finish this game.
Select your player.
So, we played with Mario and then Toad for the first 2 cups, which means we have 2 more characters that we can choose. And I'm not entirely sure which one that should be. You know what? We already had Luigi for Super Mario Kart. Let's go with something special here. I'm going... I think I'll choose Yoshi and Wario next. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with Yoshi for... Hold on, let me actually see real quick. Next up would be the Star Cup, which has Wario Stadium. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going with Wario for his stadium. His voice in this game is just so good. Alright. Okay. I guess, let's do this! Oh, Wario's heavy! I can already see a major difference. Like, remember earlier when I was playing as Toad and, like, on Mario Raceway? I got a good start, but then it bumped into Bowser and just immediately, like, spun out just because of that. Here, because Wario is, like, so heavy apparently, I just bumped everyone right out of my way. That was pretty cool. I guess there are good things about eating too many hamburgers, huh, Wario? He would probably rather eat garlic than that. I'm getting more used to the whole drift mechanic in this game. It's pretty cool. It's not as, like, polished as it is in, like, you know, other games in the future, but it's not bad either. Okay, that wasn't too good right there, though. Once again, I would be completely okay if I only got, like, maybe 2nd or 3rd. I'd be okay with that. Because it's not a guarantee that one character is always going to do the exact same. Jesus, man, your laugh in this game is just... It is something else. That's all I will say. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Here we go.
Alright, it looks like Yoshi is actually... Oh my goodness, that was unfair play, Luigi. You're going to get your ass kicked for that one. If I can even still catch up to you, that is. Because one thing's for sure, Wario Stadium is a very long track, to say the least. This is going to take quite a while.
Here I go.
Fire! There you are, Luigi, take this, you idiot! There you go. I might prefer you over Mario, but that still doesn't mean that I'm just gonna take an unfair play like that from you. Here I go! Oh my goodness, guys, my stomach is rolling from eating that onion and rotten garlics. Ah, my goodness. Sorry, I love it. I love the Living with Wario episode 2 meme just so much. It's just iconic at this point. Oh my goodness, my stomach, you guys. My stomach, the bathroom is not far away. Oh my goodness, I feel, the stuff coming down my buttocks. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's just classic. That being said though, when it comes to Wario in general, in this game, all he really has is a funny voice and the longest track in the game next to Rainbow Road. I mean, look at this. We're already at almost, yeah, we are now at over 3 minutes for one track. I don't quite know what to think of that. Also, Yoshi, how good are you doing right now to still be in first? Also, what the hell? Wario, what are you doing? What was that? Here I go! Okay, couldn't get an item. I will say that the items in this course aren't exactly laid out in the best way. No, Luigi, please do not steal this from me. Nice, got him. Okay, we're definitely not getting first anymore, but we have a chance at second at least. And I'll take anything I can get at this point, so that's fine with me. Alright. Not too bad. I mean, we could have a better start, but it's alright for the moment. It's good for what it is. Alright, time for round 2, which is Sherbet Land! Oh, this one! I really like this track. That's... oh, great start, Wario, great start. Anyways, I really like this track, and you can probably guess why. Because this track was actually remade in Mario Kart Wii, so I've also played this track quite a few times. However, the ice physics in this game, combined with the general weird controls, doesn't exactly make for the best experience here. And I'm already way too far behind. I gotta catch up. Let's see if a star can help with that. Alright, we're in 6th right now. Yoshi, you were supposed to be in 1st. At least considering last time's performance. Oh my god. Close one. Right, 3rd. That seems good enough. Mario and Luigi are currently in 1st and 2nd. I don't entirely remember how they were doing last time. Oh wait, I'm catching up to Luigi though. Yes, this could be good. Come on. Come on, let's go, let's go. Yes! And another mushroom. Okay, just gotta be very careful here, because this part is very, very easy to mess up. Especially in an accident. Better get him with this. I got him with it! Okay. However, I feel like I'm still going to probably get 2nd or worse. Because this part right here isn't all too easy. Wait! Never mind, I just did it perfectly. Or at least near perfectly. I just gotta not get hit by these penguins here. And 1st place is mine! Nice! I'm gonna win! His voice is like so much higher pitched. Like, I think it's the same voice actor still. Like, I do believe it's still Charles Martinet doing the voice. But he definitely sounds a lot different from how he does nowadays. He's not like Wario. Now he's just Wario. A very big difference. So you can see how much has changed over all these years. At this point, it's like, oh my god, wait. 1996. That means it's going to be 3 decades. Since the game's release, in like literally a few months from now. That's crazy. 3 whole decades since this game was first released. Time passes way too fast, doesn't it? And it looks like I just hit a lot of people right there with that. Oh yeah, also that was a great showcase of the bananas right there, because as I said before, you now have 5 instead of just 3. That can really trip someone over if they fall into just one of them. Oh yeah, and this track is actually very special. This track is special because if you take that path over there, you can drive up to Peach's castle from Mario 64. We've seen it already in the winning trophy cutscenes. Oh no, I'm gonna fall. Okay, thank God I didn't. Yeah, you can just, you know, drive right up there, and it's basically the exact same area. You will end up losing the race, or just, you know, not getting a good time if you do so. Like, you're just going there to explore it, basically. It has no use. But it's still nice that they included this. Just as a little nod to, hey, played Mario 64 yet? If not, please do so, because it is a banger. Okay, thank God. Mario, I want to thank you personally for driving into that, because I definitely would have done so if you didn't. I will say this, the computers might be extremely bad when it comes to the rubber banding thing, but they are not the smartest. They are easily gonna go into any items that are right in front of them. They're not that smart. Oh my God, that is crazy. You get some intense airtime from that once you land. I have no idea what Mario just got hit with, but I heard him say Mamma Mia, so it must be bad. Right, looks like we're in first. Luigi is right behind us. Behind him is Toad, and then... oh, never mind, something just happened to Toad. Now it's Mario again. Of course it is. Man, poor Toad. Only got 1 win. Since then, he's just been getting completely mocked by all the other characters. I mean, I don't blame them. For his voice, he kinda, like, totally deserves it. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that we should probably cut him some slack. Alright, let's shoot this back. I hit someone with that? Impressive. Okay, here we go. Big airtime. Oh, wait, there was no airtime then. Oh, that's interesting. That was a little different from all the previous times. Oh no, I'm going to get second here. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. Well, that's fine. Better than third. Alright, so Mario got first, Bowser got third, and Luigi got fourth, which means... I think I still have more points? Yes, 21. Which means that... I should be fine, so long as I get... oh, this! I should probably try to get first in this. Because this is my favorite Bowser Castle. Of, like, all time. And allow me to explain why, because this track has a lot of history, not just within the Mario Kart series as a whole, but also in, like, the Mario Kart fandom. There's a lot of things to talk about. Oh my God, can I seriously not get past these fucking flops? A lot tougher in this game than they are in Wii. Anyways, so first of all, this track was remade in Mario Kart Wii once again. And this track is unlike any other Bowser Castle that I have ever seen in any other Mario Kart. And that is probably because of its music. It sounds creepy. Like it is trying to really intimidate you with that creepy choir. And there's so many farms in this course, and that's the other thing. The farms, not only did they have a very different design during this time, you'll see that they're mostly blue, and they do not have spikes on them. They also have like these very interesting faces, and they make Wario's laugh. Probably a good thing that I chose Wario. And the most interesting one is that one you just saw in the back behind those like... basically he's like in some sort of prison area, it almost looks like. Oh shit. Ugh. And you'll see when I get closer to him in the next lap that he's green compared to all the other Thwomps, which are blue. Many people have assumed that that is the reason he's behind those bars, because he actually tried to help Mario and his friends, and therefore Bowser locked him up. It kind of became like a myth that you could secretly somehow unlock this green thwomp behind, in that jail cell. Jesus, can I talk, please? In that jail cell. And the fandom has given him the name Marty the Green Thwomp. And for the longest time, people used to theorize about how you could unlock him, or if you even could. Of course, nowadays we know that that's not possible. But back then, people very much believed it. And I'm not gonna get any good placement here, so I'm just gonna check him out for you guys. There he is. That's how he sounds. And as you can see, it turns out, actually, he is not green. It's just the lighting in that jail cell, which is like a yellowy tint, that's making him look green. But nope, there is no green thwomp texture in the game. It's just clever use of the lighting to make him look different, which he isn't. So I guess he was just another thwomp locked behind bars. And why? We may never know. But yeah, this track is... oh my goodness, I'm always gonna fall off here, aren't I? This track is very challenging. And also very interesting about this Bowser Castle is the fact that it is not in the special track. Later on within the Mario Kart series, it kind of became a tradition that both Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road would both basically be in the special cup every single time. Usually following up one another. First you'd get Bowser's Castle, and then you would get Rainbow Road. Not in this game. Here Bowser's Castle is in the Star Cup, and Rainbow Road is in the special cup. Alright, let's retry this course. No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Spun out the last second. Wow, that is the craziest thing I've seen this game pull yet. Okay, I finally managed to get some good placement in this, and of course it would have to be 4th, which barely gives me anything. But I am honestly okay with that at this point. I had to retry this race quite a few times, to the point where I think I'm good. And funny enough, it doesn't even matter, because all the people that did good previously got like bad places in here, which means with 22 points, we're still getting a gold trophy. Although if I'm being honest, I don't think I deserve it, considering how bad I was doing in what's basically my favorite N64 track. It's kinda sad that my favorite track in this game just so happens to be the one that I do the worst in so far. Like, by far I was doing the worst here. But oh well. Not like there's much I can do about it. And there we go. Mario and Luigi are once again on the podium as well. They've been here a lot of times, haven't they? I don't know why they're specifically doing so well. I mean, yeah, it's Mario Kart, but that still doesn't give them the right to, constantly perform so well. But there we go. That is another gold trophy, which means there's only one left for us to get. Congratulations!
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I guess you did. You did end up winning.
Mario Grand Prix. Select your player.
Alright, as always, we gotta finish it with my favorite character, Yoshi, who had no voice in this, by the way. Like, DK also used sound effects. Bowser used also very interesting sound effects. But while everyone else already had like voices at least, Yoshi also still just used sound effects. And you'll see a few of them here. Alright, looks like it's time for the special cup, which also just so happens to include a Yoshi track, Yoshi Valley. Alright, let's do this. Now this track I also have played quite a few times because, well, take a wild guess as to why. That's right, this track was also remade in Mario Kart Wii. I'm just now noticing how many tracks from this game there are. Okay, this is a very, very sharp corner there. And here we go, we hit DK on his very own track. Damn, that's gotta feel pretty bad. A lot of people have a lot of people obviously, you know, really like Mario Kart 64 and praise it for being the first in 3D. But there's also a lot of people out there that have some complaints about the game, and probably the one that I heard people say the most is that its tracks tend to be very long with not much really happening in them. And this is definitely a pretty good example of that, because yeah, it's a neat concept for a Donkey Kong track, you know, being placed in the jungle. Makes sense, just like the first level of most Donkey Kong Country games, you know, jungle hijinks and stuff. But there isn't really much going on here. For the most part, you're just driving on like an empty path in a big jungle with not really all too much going on. No big shortcuts that you can make use of. It's big and doesn't have that much to offer aside from maybe the big river in the middle with a little, you know, boat swimming on top of it. It's good, but it doesn't have much to offer. And a lot of people tend to say that's a thing that happens a lot in this game. And I kinda have to agree. Like, Bowser's Castle previously is like the exact opposite of that. It's a nice track, has a good length to it, and it's got a lot of things going on. Maybe even a little too much, because it's got so many farms in it, it can get very, very hard extremely fast. But yeah. This one, if you compare this to Bowser's Castle, there is no competition. Bowser's Castle wins by far just because of how much more interesting it is. While this one is just basically a jungle track. Even the music for this one doesn't sound nearly as interesting as the one in Bowser's Castle. Like, there you got the feeling pretty easily. You know, it was clearly menacing and evil. While here, what else can we say other than, yeah, it's a jungle track. There isn't even any like Donkey Kong leitmotifs or anything here. Like, you don't hear the classic none of that. It's just jungle music. But still, a good track, all things considered. And once again, you gotta reconsider, this was Nintendo's first time getting into 3D with most of their games. So naturally, games like Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64, as great as they are, they definitely do have their little faults here and there. No new technology without its kinks. Oh yeah, and this track is very special because it confuses the game. This track is apparently so complex, so incredibly hard to keep track of, that the game itself is just like, dude, I have no idea where the hell you are. I don't know what your placement currently is. I cannot tell you. So I'm just gonna turn it all into question marks, and you will only know your placement once you actually cross the finish line. Until then, it's a pure mystery to me. I don't know if that was actually like intended, or if they straight up actually didn't know how to do it, because this track was also remade in later games, and obviously there you can see how well you're doing, so I don't know. Could be intended, could also be unintended, and the game actually really couldn't keep track of where you were. There are a lot of branching paths in this track. I mean, just look at the map down there. That right there is just a mess. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to take as many different paths as I can. I think I took the hardest one already. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. Oh my god! Okay, I don't even know if that was the correct way for me to go there. And once again, I have no idea on like what placement I even have right now. So I'll only truly know once the race is already over, and I guess we'll just see how it goes from there. This giant spinning egg, I have a feeling, just a feeling, I'm definitely gonna hit it though. Like, at some point, it's just going to happen. It's just like with those farms. I keep looking at them and I'm just like, I'm definitely going to hit them at some point. Intentional or unintentional, it's gonna happen. And guess what? It happened. Why am I taking this path again? It's too dangerous. If I fall off, it's basically like an instant loss. I mean, I did it this time, but man, it's dangerous. Okay. Just gotta be careful not to get hit by the egg here, close to the end. Actually, wait, the game, I'm just noticing now, the game actually does seem to know, yep, here we are. The game does actually seem to know what place I have, because if you notice, the player in first place is always shining, like in a rainbow kind. Like, look down at the map right now. The person in front of me, Wario in this case, is currently, like, shining in all kinds of colors. So I guess the game actually really does know who's currently doing the best, and it just actively decides not to tell you. Which I guess makes this racetrack special in its own regard. The only one, I think, where you are just never told what placement you have until the end. Very interesting choice there. But anyway, there we go. I told you guys I was gonna run into that egg. And sure enough, I did. Banshee Boardwalk. A classic. I remember playing this one a lot on Mario Kart DS. That's also where this track got remade. And it's very good. It's definitely scary. Especially thanks to this one little sign out here. Yeah, look at that welcome sign. It definitely looks pretty creepy. Right, just gotta be very careful here, because you can very easily fall off this track. Come on. Okay, first so far. Don't even think about it, guys. I'm staying in first. That is a certainty. I like this track a lot. I would like to get first in it. Oh, shit! Well, now I can kiss that first place goodbye. And probably second and third and, yeah, all of them. Fall off once, and it's already over. Alright, a star. This should be helpful. Just gotta be... What?! Well, now the whole race is over. Like, I'm not even kidding, the whole race is just over now. I am not gonna be able to make it up until, like, even third. And I'm not accepting, like... I'm not accepting fourth here. I like this track. I wanna do good in it. Oh my goodness, I hate that. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna need a really good item here. And not one of those mushrooms again. They're not helping me here. Maybe like a shock and a star would be better, I don't know. Okay, the game just gave me a giant fuck you, so I guess it's not gonna happen. Although the shock does happen now, okay. Scream all you want, Toad, it's not gonna help you now. Okay, I guess we're restarting. Well, I know I said earlier I wasn't going to accept 4th place here, but I might just have to reconsider that, considering... Wow, how many times am I gonna put considering into a sentence here? Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to accept it here. Even though it's gonna put me in a bad spot, a really bad one, I'm just gonna keep going, because this track, I don't quite like. But with that, we're on to Rainbow Road. And I think, that was almost a good start. I think that might have been a perfect one, but I immediately got knocked back. I guess Yoshi is a light character like Toad. But anyways, welcome to Rainbow Road. This track is very iconic, not just in the entire Mario Kart series, but especially this one. And this time, it's not because it's the track that everyone falls off of. Nope. That's because this track is actually completely littered with guardrails, which means that you can't fall off in this Rainbow Road. This one is more so iconic because it is so long. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version of this track only made it 1 lap instead of 3. And that makes perfect sense because look at the layout of this. It is so incredibly long. I think at the moment it's still holding the record for the longest Mario Kart track ever. For good reason too. But the soundtrack, the music for this Rainbow Road is so good. It's made several comebacks in the entire Mario Kart series. Lots of different Rainbow Roads have used its leitmotif. And just in general, the atmosphere that this one gives is really unique. I mean, it's a Rainbow Road, so obviously you're driving in space on a rainbow. But unlike previously, where that's basically all it was, you get to see little light shows of all the different characters, like Toad, Mario, Wario over there too, and I think even Yoshi at some point. We might have already seen him. The princess, just so many. And it just looks beautiful, and the music just helps, you know, convey that feeling of, yeah, this is the finale right here. This is the best thing that you're going to get out of this game. The creme de la creme when it comes to Mario Kart tracks. This is it right here, and you better enjoy it. And then there's Silver Chain Chomps. To give it at least a little bit of challenge, while you are driving on this track that takes 2 minutes per lap. No kidding. If you were playing on 100 or 50cc, this track would easily take you at least over 2 minutes for each lap. That's 6 minutes for just one racetrack. Imagine that. Crazy. Alright, we are currently in second, right behind DK. And there's a mushroom even. Oh yeah, and I forgot that you go on the start. I got a shock in second place again. This game has by far the most broken... How did I avoid that? The most broken item roulette of any Mario Kart game I've ever seen. Whenever I hear someone complain about Mario Kart Wii's items just one more time, I'm gonna be like, you don't know shit, man. Have you even played Mario Kart 64? If you can pull shocks in second place, that's what I call broken. Not pulling multiple blue shells in one race. That's just bad RNG. This shouldn't even be a possibility, if you ask me. Anyways, DK, prepare to be absolutely ruined. Okay, I put myself in a really bad position with Banshee Boardwalk earlier, so if I can get first on Rainbow Road here, that would be a great way to redeem myself, if I can even still do that. I don't know what characters would have to get what position, but either way, I would like that. Also, this is technically my first Rainbow Road on the channel, because as you all know, we didn't play Rainbow Road on the Super Nintendo, since that is only unlocked in 150cc. So, yeah, we kinda didn't get to see its original version. So, this is actually the first Rainbow Road that I'll be showcasing. And as such, I think we should at least start off in a good way. I gotta get first here. If not, well, then that really fucking sucks, because then I am a fake gamer. That's right, I'm just gonna say that now. If I don't get first in this, I am a fake gamer, and I will have a lot to prove, and I owe you all something. You can decide what I owe you guys in the comments, should I not get first here. Let's throw that back, see if someone falls for it. Okay, mushroom. Not too bad. Oh, I almost thought I was gonna run into that. I do not want to be a fake gamer. I know I'm a real one. Please, Yoshi, don't let me down here. Okay, didn't run into that one. Speaking of Yoshi, there's his picture in the sky. You know, usually I never question things like this, but I just now noticed, how are we alive right now? If we're all the way up in space, how exactly are we breathing? You know, I probably shouldn't question video game logic, it makes no sense. And it's not supposed to. Right, come on, final item. Gotta make it count, and I gotta hit DK with it too. Got him! I am a real gamer, and this is proof of that! Suck it! Don't. There is nothing to suck. Anyways. Although, funny enough, we do have the same amount of points as DK does, so technically we're both first. Yeah, it even says that. First, both Yoshi and DK. So, what does that give us then? Does that give us the same, or... I don't think the game has that kind of an instance plan. Are we just in first? Or... Yeah, it seems so. I don't know, we'll have to see. I haven't had a situation like this before. Not in this game, anyway. Well, Mario and Luigi are finally not getting second and third again. And yeah, sure enough, it seems like Yoshi is getting first and DK is getting second. Even though they both have the same amount of points. Isn't that kinda unfair? I'd give both of them the gold trophy for doing a pretty good job. Oh yeah, by the way, 22 points is kinda coincidental, cause 2 is my favorite number, but 22 is, by that logic, my absolute favorite number, because it has 2 2s in it. So, hey, what a great way to end it. There it is, our last gold trophy for this game. Congratulations! Look at happy Yoshi, isn't he cute?
Welcome to Mario Kart.
And just like that, we have reached the credits. I didn't even know this game plays them after you finish all the cups in 150cc, but yeah, that is it. For this game anyway, obviously, there's still a lot of games to cover. But I guess since we've reached the end, I might as well say a few things on my end about the game, since most people tend to do that. It's not entirely my cup of tea, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, first 3D Mario game, first 3D Mario Kart game, things are going to be rough. And I think they handled it pretty well. This Mario Kart introduced a lot of really good courses that are still iconic today. But most of them are just very long with not much going on, as I said earlier, except for a few, you know, a few courses do have a lot going on and have a really neat design. Like this one, for example, and Royal Raceway. It's why you still see a lot of N64 tracks coming back with a new fresh coat of paint on them. But the original, it's a nice game, sure. If you ask me to play Mario Kart 64, sure, I'd be up to it. But it's more of a, well, might as well, or like, okay. And not really that much of a, oh hell yeah, I really like this game. The controls are still something that you definitely need to get used to. The items are strange, or at least the roulette system is. But I've heard from many people that its battle mode is very good. And I didn't get to try it out here because I don't have anyone to play it with at the moment. But I will say this, looking at what I've seen so far on YouTube, like other videos where they showcase the battle mode, yeah, it looks very good and interesting. So, if I had to give a rating on this game, from 0 to 5 stars, it would be 3 stars. You know, it's not terrible, not at all. It's a good game, but there's better. But it has my respect for starting the Mario Kart series in 3D. And there it is down there, Donkey Kong 3D model, provided courtesy of Rare. Yep, they made that model. They took great pride in it. And so did Nintendo, or at least it seemed that way, but look at them now.
Hey, you very good. See you next time.
Aw, thanks Mario. I forgot he said that in this game. Hey, you very good. See you next time. And next time will be very soon on the next installment in the Mario Kart series, which is Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. And okay, I hate to say this, but I am not looking forward to this one because I'll just get into that once we get there. Oh, and would you look at that, the game's locked up. I can't press anything. You would have to reset the game at this point, but a good place to end it, I guess. I will see you guys in the next episode where we will be playing Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. My head is off to you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye!